1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey everyone, what's up? I'm going to tell you guys something today that not a lot of people know about me, and that is I love plants. Well, just how much do I love plants exactly? Well, I love plants so much that I'm going to stand right here and convince you guys at home to love plants just as much, or at least begin to appreciate them. So you ask, Matthew, why love plants? Well, it's simple. Plants are intricately connected with every facet of life. But seriously, they can, have, and will solve our problems of today and tomorrow. So generally, people nowadays ascribe to this perspective of nature where it is separate from them and that they live in the civilization of concrete jungles and technology, and they're constantly trying to fight nature. However, this is completely wrong. When I picture nature, I think of Mother Earth first. And within Mother Earth's bountiful abundance are all the living creatures, including humans. So really, how we should see nature is the sum total of all the phenomena on Earth and all the living things that are enduring those phenomena. And this brings me to my next point. The closer we are as individuals and society as a whole to nature, the easier it'll be for us to create balanced lifestyles and to also create a society which is also balanced, fair, and abundant. So if we live and ignore the tenets of nature as fundamental axioms of our global society as a basis to create a world in which we want to live in, then it would be illogical. It would be comparable to a person living in the Arctic without having any idea or understanding of what snow is. So basically, I love plants because of its enormous potential for our future and its benefits for our society. Furthermore, its complex role and involvement in our anthropological past really fascinates me and tells us as we evolve through the ages, plants were almost our first best friend, not dogs.
I'm on the pursuit of happiness, and I know everything that shines ain't always gonna be gold.
And so my schooling and upbringing has inspired me and has made me very determined to create lasting positive change while I'm here on Earth. Since I'm quite pragmatic in approach, I look to address the world's largest problems. At first I thought education was important, but then I soon realized that nobody can learn if they're hungry. So it turns out food security is the problem that I want to address. Plants are actually the primary producers of every food chain on Earth. They are actually the agents who utilize the sun's energy and make it freely available for all the other organisms on Earth. And when you happen to eat down on the food chain, what you end up doing is you reduce entropy. And entropy is the loss of energy through heat or light in every energy transfer. So the less energy transfers your food has to go through to get to your digestive system, the less waste you are creating upon the world. And so, what we can take away from this is that it'll require more joules of energy and resources to feed you the same amount of caloric intake of beef compared to the same energy that fruits and vegetables and grains can give you, vitamins and nutrients aside. Search for solutions towards food security. I was led to this quote by Hippocrates, who lived in 450 BC-ish. Anyways, he said, "Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food," which is genius because you kind of get two birds at once. Hippocrates is actually the father of Western medicine, and it was the first to propose diseases were not actually caused by superstitious beliefs or ideas or gods or as punishment, but actually a result of environmental factors, habits, and diet. So I was like, great, let's give this a try. Let's go buy some vegetables. And it turned out that I would rack up these $30, $40 grocery bills, you know, and it would come from things like having $3 a bunch of kale. And I was thinking, this is quite unsustainable. You know, how can I save some money? So what I did in early 2013 was I started digging up my lawn and created my own garden as a way to supplement my monthly savings. And it was more of an investment than a chore, because I saw that the land has this natural capacity to produce and no one's utilizing it. The status quo is just not paying any attention to the land and the rain we have here in Canada. And so there's one last reason that many people don't know about, that even if they buy organic food and or non-organic food or produce at the markets, what they're actually doing. This one thing that many people forget is food irradiation, and it's essentially all food that's shipped is sent through these processing plants where they have to undergo ionized radiation, and in this process free radicals are sent and bombard the food products, and they aim to kill bacteria, which they do. However, they also, what most people don't know about, is they damage the molecules of the fruit, for instance. And say an apple, you have these radicals bombarding them. You're gonna break molecular bonds and chains between atoms, and you're gonna hit vitamins and enzymes that you actually need. So if you buy an apple at the store, you're actually not buying the best food you can actually feed yourself, which is food that you probably planted yourself in the very end. Hopefully my video was pretty informative and you got to know about plants and a little bit more about myself and what I've been up to. And so just wait for my next video, because this video is sort of setting up for this next video, which I'm excited about, which I'll actually go through and show you what I've learned and what I'm growing in my garden, in my backyard. So a couple last notes is that plants are awesome because one aspect, which is gardening, in itself is, well, horticultural gardening is in itself a very defying act, a revolutionary act, because you're empowering yourself to drift away from the reliance on external systems that are put in place so that you are dependent on them. Well, now you are able to be independent. You work towards it. So this concludes the end of my first video I've ever created. I thank you guys for watching.